Okay, we're live on YouTube. So I'm gonna split you into two rooms. Some of you will stay here in the main room with me, and then in the other room, just choose the leader, or you can like make everybody as a leader, everybody answering and everybody asking. So it's free, you can choose. Let me see here. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, so I think it's here. You have 45 minutes, around 45 minutes to talk, and then if you answer all the questions and getting the number 11, you can back to the main room, because I'm going to explain something different than we are going to do in the final of the talk. But be free to answer everything and make other questions. It's your time. So see you in some minutes and enjoy the conversation. Okay, but Ayla and Rosani will stay here on the main room with me. Ayla, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, good evening. My name is Ayla. I'm from Belém, Pará State. I was born here. I'm married. I've been married for almost 8 years, and I have a daughter, and I have a little dog. I'm a dog person. I like so much dogs. I like pets in general, but I like so much dogs. And I've been studying English 2 years ago, more or less, and I'm here on TNT since last year. And I'm here to improve my confidence, my speaking, because it's difficult, and I try to practice almost every day. I try, and that's it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ayla, for presenting. And Rosani, please.
Hello, I'm Rosani. I'm 30 years old. I'm also married, and can you hear me well? Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not a dog person, I'm a cat person, but I like dogs as well, no problem. I like pets in general. I also have a daughter, and I study English since I was 10 years old. And since 2017, I teach English, and now I am I started college 2 years ago, so now I'm actually going to be a licensed teacher, and so I guess that's it.
Really good. Thanks for coming and presenting yourself. I am a dog person, as you're saying. I prefer dogs, but I don't have anyone nowadays. But I have some cats, because my neighbor like have more than once cat, and the cats are like at my house. And today I was reading a book, and then I saw something white jumping, and oh my god, what is it? And it was a cat here. So I also have, I can say I have a cat. So Ayla is doing something, but she will come back. So let's start with the questions. Number 3 is the first question. So do you remember how your life used to be in January 2022? So in the beginning. Rosane, do you wanna?
I don't remember like exactly how it was. I mean, I remember that I was not starting, but I was in a new job for a little while, and I was, getting ready for a new semester in college, and I didn't know what to expect a lot from, this year because we started, with the COVID, going away so slowly and staying at home and working from home. It gave me a lot of perspectives. And in the beginning of the year, I also decided that I really wanted to dedicate myself to studying hard and getting to know, study about different topics, not only about education, but different topics that would help on my self growth, So I started to really think about what I wanted to change in myself, to look for something that really gave me pleasure and also helped me think about how I would like to, for example, raise my daughter or feel comfortable with myself, with all the changes that we have been going through since the pandemic started. So yeah, I think that's what I can remember from all the feelings that I can remember and all the actions that I wanted to take to change my life and my year and also my life. I can say that.
Yes, I got it. And I remember something related with what you said. I was in this movement to try to rethink about my goals. I was studying to finish my graduation. I graduated last week. So I was thinking, I'm gonna finish everything. So what I'm gonna do in the final of the year. So I was trying to organize my ideas. And I was also working in another job, in an internship, but in another place, and going to the beach because it was like holiday. And sorry, it was on vacation. I was on vacation as well, so it was a good January. But I was trying to think about my future that is today. So it's funny to think about it. And you, Wyla, do you remember how was your life used to be in January 2022?
Oh, I remember especially about the because there was a change of boss at my work, and it was difficult in the beginning. It was so hard because I don't know, I had to learn to handle with a very strict personality. My new boss, and in the first it was difficult, but after that I think it was getting better. So, but I think in January I was very scared about this trend. So besides, I think I was in the beginning here on TNT. I started in the end of the last year. So in January, I decided to have more focus about my English studies. So it was difficult. And I was very I think it was very difficult to me to be able to speak, and I feel scared. I'm afraid of to speak, and but I realized I have to to face my fear if I really wanted to speak. So there is no other way, and so I decided to face my fear, and since then I'm here. So yeah, in my case, it was this example, this situation.
Yes, and it's so good. I think you are proud of yourself because on January you decided to face your fears, and today you are here talking English and sharing things. So it's good
Yeah,
to look back and see how your improvements, right?
yeah, thank you.
Good, Ayla. Let's go to number 4. Could you identify at least one change in your life during this year? Could you share? It can be more than one that is important to you. So I will start, but for me, I think the the change of this year it was about my job. So I was working in a construction area, like in the buildings, in the I forgot how can I say this, but in the I forgot the name, but okay. But nowadays I'm working from home with technology. Is still in the field that I like, construction industry, but it's in a platform of technology for management. So it was a big change in my life, but at the same time, it was the thing that I really wanted in the beginning, in January, and what I wanted about my future. So today I'm in a place that I like, that I really wanted, and I'm feeling very proud of myself to change. But for me, it was a big change to decide this. But I'm thankful that things happened in a good way. So for me, it was the chance of my life this year. And you, Rosani?
Well, I think that there were some changes in my life, uh, professionally and personally. Personally, I think that um, I think I really wanted to change the way I communicated with people. I wanted to be more. I wanted to be more of a listener than a speaker. You know, I wanted to listen to people a little bit more and try to analyze the situations before making any kind of judgments. Not that I did judge anyone, but I think we are it's better for us to speak our minds than listen to what people are actually saying. So I really wanted to change the way I communicated, especially with my family, you know, with my daughter and my family in general. So this is something that I of course I'm not 100% the way I want it, and I don't think anybody will ever be perfect in communicating. We'll always have something to change, but I think I got a lot better on this because I learned how to listen to my family, learn how to listen to other people more than just speak my mind right away. And professionally, I think I've grown so much, especially after studying a lot, especially in my field, which is education. So I think I've changed a lot, having more empathy for the students, thinking about their situation and what I could do to help instead of just thinking that I was some kind of teacher that I would go into the classroom and just teach what I had to do and leave. So make an actual change in the world. So changing this mindset of not just being a one more teacher, one more person in the world, but trying to make a change somehow. So I think that this year really gave me these, I'm more mature, you know, and I think it made me feel better. Of course, I still have a lot of things to work on professionally, but I think I'm growing slowly, but you know, it's a slow growth, but it's still something different.
Yes, I get it. Yeah, I think communication is one thing that everybody needs to improve day by day. It's difficult uh to have a relationship with society and with people. So it's difficult, but it's something that we really need to improve. And I think personally, I have this change of mind to communicate with other better. I agree with you about this. And maturity, I think, because of my change of on my career, I think I had to change some thoughts. So the level of maturity in this year, I think it was really uh, 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 a turning point, maybe I can say in this way. So it was really good for me. And for you, Ayla.
So I was trying to to talk about this, about myself. I think I I always I always uh, a good listener. So sometimes my friends talk to about the problems, the bad situation, and I I always listen them. But I think I had difficulty to talk about myself, and when I started to participate here in these immersions, and I started talking about any subjects, and about myself. So I I started to I realized that I'm more talkative. I now I learned that sometimes saying no can be liberator. I don't know, liberator, because I had difficulty uh, sometimes to handle with the bad or toxic relationships or friendships. And when I realized that when someone doesn't make me well, make me happy, it's up to me to say enough and is enough, you know. And this is liberating. This is liberating. So I I think it was so good. I I I think it's my main lesson. Yeah.
Good. so good to listen this, because when you realize that you deserve the best things and no one can take off of you things that you want, that you makes you happy. So it's so liberating, as you said, but it's at the same time it's difficult to realize this. But when you see yourself in this place, you think, oh, I can do whatever I want. So it's a really good lesson, and it's a point that everybody needs to arrive. So really good. For thanks for sharing this, and I really hope everybody can like see the things in this way, because as you said, you feel free, and it's an amazing feeling. Rosalie, do you wanna add something or agree?
I agree. I think that I can relate to what Ayla said, because sometimes we just care about other people and we forget about ourselves, you know, like we only think we have to please everybody, and we have to say yes to everyone just to earn some respect. And I think that when we realize that we have to prioritize ourselves, it is way better, you know. And this is something that happened to me too, but it happened to me a few years ago. I decided that I would prioritize myself and my family, and having people around me that would have not the same ideas, because I don't think that everyone has to agree with our own opinions and ideas. But I think that we have to surround ourselves with people that are going the same way we are going, you know. And this is what I did this year too. I tried to surround myself, only let people in if they have something to add and I have something to add to their lives, not just having so many colleagues or so-called friends and having nothing to share, you know, with my life and people. And I really wanted people to be happy with all my achievements, and I would be happy with all the people around me, whatever they achieved. So I think this is really important when you have people around you that understand the concept of saying no, you know, that I still love you, but I need to say no this time because I need to put myself first. So I think this is fantastic. It's a great thing to do every year, every day.
Yeah, it's something for all the years, not just one. And I don't know, maybe Ayla was in the same room, in another meeting. We said about you need to be to have empathy with others, but you need to be empathy with you first. So because sometimes we want to change that people, and we want to try to understand the other person, but we will not do this because it's impossible to change another person. So be empathy with yourself, so things gonna be better. I think Kyla was in this meeting, it was really good to share and to listen people saying this. I think we're going in a good way. So number 5 is, in general, how was 2022 for you? Ayla, do you wanna start?
Okay. In general, I think it was a good year for me. I've been learning a lot. I think I've been improving. As I said, I've been improving my, I would say, I take care myself more, and it's very important. And so I think it was a learning year for me, because I've been feeling more disposition to study, to start a new learning. So I think in the past, I can't imagine it. I I would say what I say now, because so I had some problems, and I I I stopped to study, and but I feel in that moment I felt uh, I uh, like I lose something. I so like how I left something behind. I don't know, because I always like to study, but in this some years ago I stopped, and so I think I it's like I enter in the comfort zone, and I stopped, and it's no good, because I think during our whole life we need to learn new things, you know. So I feel alive when I do this. I need to continue my studies, and I think that's why I feel good in this moment, because I decided to challenge myself when I decided to learn another language, because so I said to myself, I it's impossible to learn another language because I'm getting older. So it's not true. It's I don't know. It's a lie, a lie. And when I broke this fake from my mind, so I'm here, and I decided to know I I need to return. I need to study. I need to learn, and it's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an excuse for those people who don't have the courage to face challenge and to go and make true the dreams and the the goals. So you're brave. You are being brave to face this, and age is not an excuse for this kind of things or to things in general. Uh, my father is also trying and learning English, and it's so good to see the development like he's trying to do, and he's doing this and translating things and sending to me. So he's fifth years. So, 6 years. So it's really good to see this. Age is not excuse. And for you, Rosani, how was 2022 for you?
I think it was a year that I really decided to change some things in my life. So it was a starting point in some things, in some aspects. So it was a really nice year, where I could really see that I had to work harder on some things. I had to slow down on other things. So it's a changing year for me. And I'm thinking ahead, like, okay, I'm starting here, but I'm building something for the next few years. So it was it was definitely one year that I could think of what I really wanted to do and how I wanted to do things or start doing things from now on.
Yes, for me, 2022 was a behavior changing. Maturity gave me maturity with things that has happened, situations on my life. So I really I can say that today I'm in a place that I wanted in January or in the final of the last year, and it's really good. And I don't want to stop here, but it's good to think about the things that I wanted, and today I have these things in my personal life and my professional life as well. So really good. Just being thankful for this changes and these things that has happened. Okay. Let me see. Number 6, share with the group the best 2 things that happened in your life this year. I maybe I can start and you can think a little bit more. But for me, one of the best things was the new job, because it's a thing that I wanted to try to match my personal life and my professional life, improvements and things like stay in a place that I like in a city, and maybe I am in an environment that I would like to. So for me, it was a match. And then to travel, it was one of my goals to this year, to try to travel more. And I could do this because of this job and because of my saving during the year. And it was a dream that I could realize. So it was really good for me, these 2 things. And you, Rosani?
I'm trying to think about, this year I moved in with my wife. So it was one of the best things that happened to me this year. We got married, and I think that I'm really enjoying this life. I never thought that I could enjoy, because I was always the kind of person that said that I would never marry. I would never get married, and I did, and I'm really enjoying it. And I think also spending more time with family, and um, trying to focus a little bit more and trying to get to know myself a little bit more. And I think, when I got married, I moved to a different house. So it was a bigger house, a spacious house, and we are achieving a lot of goals together. So this was really special, and something that I really love, remembering how the process was, and how it's happening. So I think if I could say, I would say just this, like, it was the best thing that happened to me was actually getting married and having my family, and that was awesome for me.
Really good. And some things comes with this achievement. It's not just the marriage, but everything that comes together. So really good. Thanks for sharing. And you, Ayla?
So in my case, I think my best, I finished paying my small apartment. I got rid of a big debit, I think. Me livrei. Yeah. Oh, it was a relief for me. Yeah. So because this, I went to Salvador on my last vacation, and it was so good, so good. I enjoyed a lot. I very appreciate Salvador. There is people there have a different energy. I don't know, but there is, and it's a beautiful place. So I like so much, and yeah, I think my best two things
Really
use
good.
this.
Yeah. My goals to the next year is to know is to visit the Northeast, so Salvador maybe. I would like to know. I would like to visit Rio Grande do Norte. So I have this goal for the next year to continue traveling, but in the Northeast. Okay. I think I'm gonna skip number 7 because we already said about the lessons for this year. So let's go to number 8. Do you usually make plans, resolutions for the New Year's Eve? Isla.
No, I don't usually make plans or resolution for the New Year's Eve. I can't. I would like to make it, but I can't. Uh, I think I try to focus about what I wanted to do to make it, but I can't to put right about my resolution. I don't know. I think it's difficult for me. I would like to be, but this way. But I started, but I don't continue. So I try at least. I try to think what I want, and in during the year I try to keep it going. I think I don't make plans because I I don't know. I have to. I think I would be frustrated sometimes, but I I think it's very good when make a resolution. Yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's for me. It's a little difficult to make plans in a detailed way. So I want to this thing, but I try to put like a destination or a point. So I cannot put in details, but things that are related and not so detailed again. But I maybe I could, you could understand me. So I in the final of the meeting, I'm gonna give a tip to us to do, but it's good in the same way. It's good for me to make some plans in a general way, to see in the as I said, in the final of the year, I look back and see the things that I have achieved, the things that I didn't achieve, and why I didn't achieve, because sometimes it's not depends of yourself. We need other things. We need people. We need I don't know, the weather. We need a lot of things that's not in our control. So for me, it's good to have these plans in a place to see again and reflect about, make a reflection about this. And you, Rosani?
I used to have like a list of things that resolutions, a list of things that I would like to do for the next year. But as Isla said, I felt frustrated by the end of the year. Some things I wouldn't accomplish for various reasons. So what I try to do now is to focus on just a few things, maybe 2 or 3 bigger things that I want to do. And I try to plan the way I'm going to achieve it. So this is what I'm thinking now. Okay, if I want to travel more, I'm going to save some money, and I want to go at this time to this place, and try to and I am thinking, I was talking to my wife about this, like I think we have to try to do things together, because if I just plan, like for example, trips, usually we travel as a family, we go out as a family. So like for these bigger things that involve my family, I think everyone has to chip in and give their opinions. And if I try to achieve something for myself, then I would make a small list of 2 or 3 bigger things that I want, and then I would think about how I'm going to get there. So I think it's important to actually detail everything, because then you have like your mind is clear on what you want to do. But actually, resolutions are difficult because you never know what's going to happen, in the future. So we have to, in some way, we have to learn how to control our frustration if we don't achieve everything, because obviously we are not going to do everything we want in just 1 year. Some things take more time. So this is what I think about resolutions. Like, okay, I'm going to make a small list, and then I'm going to try to do this. And if I don't, it's okay. I'm going to keep trying, until I get what I want.
Yes, I get it. I think because of this, I said it's difficult to put details because things change in the way. So sometimes happens, but don't happens in the same way that we put there that we wanted. It's in a different way, but at the same time, it's something that we wanted. So in details, it's really difficult. So time is running. I'm gonna answer the number 9, and then I'm gonna bring the others back. What is your favorite way to ring in the new year? To ring the new year is like the same of celebrate the year and the night, the turn of the day. Rosani?
I don't really like these celebrations. Not that I don't like, it's just that I don't care. I mean, after you celebrate it so much, it kind of, just same old, same old. But, I try to, do something a little more special, or some rituals that we like to do here at home. So last year, I tried to sit down and meditate, with my family, and think about good things that we wanted to happen this year. And there are some rituals that we like to do. So this is kind of what I like to do. I don't like to go out so much, like going to the beach or something, because I think it's kind of dangerous. So if it were just for me, I would just stay home and would meditate or do some special dinner with the family, and try to share things that we want to change for the next year, and that's it. Not a big deal, I think.
Yes, I don't have this tradition to go to a beach and a place, a lot of people, and celebrate this. I prefer stay at home or go to the beach, but not so close of people, and try to make something more soft, or when I had a dog, I had to stay at home because it's so much noise for her. So I had to stay at home to care of her. I don't know about this year, but I just want to stay in a place that I feel comfortable to stay. So it's just this. I just need to stay in a place that I'm comfortable, where there is love with my family and friends. And for you, Ayla?
So I think the same, Rosani. I don't like to go out the New Year's Eve. I'm not using to go out, and I would rather to stay at home, celebrate with my family. I like to reflect. I like to reflect about my life this day, and to do meditation. I like to do meditation, and so I like to have good vibes, and so I don't like to go out because I don't know. I don't enjoy to places very noisy, and so sometimes it's difficult, and it can be dangerous, like Rosane said, and I agree. So I prefer to stay at home and celebrate with my family, my husband, and my daughter, and our little dog, because we have to protect her, because she is very scared about the, I don't know, fireworks. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Ayla. So the other guys is back. Hey, Naldo, how was the conversation? You're muted. Microphone, Naldo? It's off your microphone.
Oh, sorry. Was was a very good conversation. I have the opportunity to hear about the ideas of my colleagues. That's good.
Okay, thank you. And Victoria, for you.
It was really great. Like, I was thinking about so much thing that I didn't think before. So Yeah, it's really strange, but it was really cool.
Oh, good. It was the idea to reflect about the year and think about the good things that has happened, and sometimes we just forget because we're thinking about the bad things and the difficult, this challenge that we need to pass during the year to live and to uh, achieve the things that we want. So it was the idea. Um, I don't know if you arrived in number 11. Number 11 is to write a letter to your future self. So I was talking with Rosani and Ayla. I have this habit to write letters for my future self, and in the final of the year or in the final of the semester, I receive this letter and see the things that I wanted and see if I achieve it or not. And I don't know, I say something special and some random things about myself, and in the future I can back in this and understand what was happening. So I'm gonna send here. Actually, I will share. We have some minutes, so I'm gonna share here and give this tip. If it makes sense for you, you can get this tip and try to make this year, and in the final of 2023 you will remember. So it's a website, Future Me, and you can write the letter. You can write here whatever you want, and then just choose the period of this letter, 6 months, 1 year, and just put your email, and then in the day the website will send to you this email, and you can read and you can do a special moment. So I'm gonna copy here, and if it makes sense for you, you can try to do this. And it's all. Unfortunately, I need to close because there is another meeting and we don't have more time. So just one more thing, I have the feedback, so you can put there some suggestions for other meetings and suggestions for me. I talked a lot, sorry, but I deserve you the best things for the next year. It's the last meeting of the year, so Merry Christmas and